Good afternoon. Welcome to Daily Currency Update from the Currency Desk. On the first day of the week, we have the rupee sliding once again, and this time we have a gap down. We have had a gap down which is huge of 40 paise, and the opening in the spot was around 55.90 levels. This depreciation in the rupee against the dollar has been mainly attributed to some negative data from the US front as well as from the European front. First of all, coming to the US front, we have had a bad jobs data wherein the overall jobless rate has remained steady, but at the same time the jobless claims have increased, or we can say the jobs provided have not increased as much as expected. So what this does for the US is the investors are once again starting to build on the expectations of another round of quantitative easing, but there are no indications from the Federal Reserve as such. It continues to keep a diplomatic stance, saying that if the situation worsens or if the growth rate is adversely impacted, the Federal Reserve could well come in with a quantitative easing round 3. Again, the markets have fallen on the Asian equities as well as the US and European indices have fallen, but markets are gaining some support from the expectations of another round of quantitative easing by banks, by the Central Bank of America, the Central Bank of Japan, and so on. Last week we had the ECB cut rates below 1% to 0.75. This is the first time the benchmark lending rate has fallen below 1%. So this was as per expectations. Hence we did not see much of a reaction from the markets. But at the same time, there has been slight negative news from the European front as well. One of the major negatives is the fact that the bailout fund which would be dispersed to the Spanish banks would be delayed or not as per scheduled at least. This is mainly due to some legal objections from the German economy, from Germany. This again brings us to the question whether the bailout funds would be effective enough to support the Spanish economy, which is currently faltering. Again, we had the Spanish yields crossing above 7%. This is one of the major negatives for the Spanish economy, as the rising borrowing cost would create further problems to the already troubled Spanish economy. But this also indicates one more thing, that the yields have reached back to the before EU summit levels. So in short, as predicted by us earlier, the EU summit did not have any major impact. So you can very well say that the measures stated by the EU summit or taken by the EU summit were majorly temporary light of hope, but failed to continue. Another indicators supporting the dollar on the upside against the Indian rupee are the oil prices that are currently rallying. We have the oil price currently at $85 a barrel, and this temporary rally is again supposed to dampen the rupee, strengthen the slide of the rupee. At the same time, we have one of the highs being crossed in the dollar index at 83.45. The high for the dollar index was 83.70, around that. So this shows an appreciation of more than 1%. So again, this is a dampener for the rupee strength. Again, this would weaken the rupee again. On the Bank of Japan front, we have the monetary policy on Thursday. There are not much expectations of monetary easing from the Japanese central government, but at the same time the central government has maintained, the central bank has also maintained that the growth rate would improve on its own automatically, and it does not need to stimulate any growth in its economy right now, as the existing progress is already satisfactory. Coming to the Chinese front, we had a surprise rate cut last week, and supporting that rate cut decision was the CPI figures, that is the inflation figures, which came down to a low below the predicted levels of 2.2%, and this not only justifies the last rate cut that was done last week, but also gives further room for additional rate cuts or growth stimulus for the economy, because once the inflation rate is steady, we can have more growth stimulus bringing in to be brought in by the central bank of China, that is the PBOC. Hence, we might see some rally, though due to the overall risk aversion sentiment, there might be some rally in the dollar against all the major currencies, and against INR also we can have some rally. In the near term, the support is expected, the support for the rupee fall is seen at 56.15. So if 56.15 levels is breached, we could well see further testing of the new highs. In terms of pound also, the near term trend seems to be upside, and one can well initiate a buy at current levels with a stop loss of 86 in the spot levels. Again, in terms of euro, the trend seems to be up, as the euro INR rate is majorly strengthening due to the rupee depreciation, which is at a much higher rate as compared to the euro depreciation against the dollar. In the Japanese yen also we could witness some upside, and one can keep a target of 70.47 in the spot levels. Thank you.